Not everyone who stands next to you is standing with you. Some people smile when you win, but disappear when it gets hard. Belief isn't loud. It's tested under pressure. And once you feel real belief from someone, you'll never accept less again. In a world full of opinions, advice, and empty encouragement, real belief is rare. Most people believe in you only when it's convenient, when you're winning, when you're useful, when you're easy to support. But true belief shows up in the uncomfortable moments, the silent struggles, the seasons where nothing is working. This isn't about romance. It's not about friendship, titles. It's about the people who stay steady when doubt is loud, progress is slow, and pressure is heavy. If you're with someone who truly believes in you, they don't just watch your journey. They protect it, fuel it, and fight for it. Here are the signs you can't ignore. They believed when there was nothing to point at. No trophies, no numbers, no proof, just a vision living in your chest and a fire nobody else could see. That kind of belief is rare because most people don't believe in potential. They believe in evidence. They clap after the win. They show up after the breakthrough. But when someone believes in you before the results show up, that's different. That's dangerous. That's powerful. See, when the world can't see it yet, belief becomes a choice, and choosing to believe in someone with no guarantees, that's faith in motion. You were grinding in silence, late nights, early mornings, rejections stacking up like bills, and every time you looked around, it felt like you were alone in the fight. But there was that one person. They didn't ask, what if it doesn't work? They said, when it works, not because you had proof, but because they saw something in you you hadn't fully seen yet. You ever notice how easy it is for people to support success?
Success doesn't ask for courage. Success doesn't test loyalty, but supporting process, supporting potential.
That requires vision. And here's the hard truth. If someone only believes in you when the results show up, they don't believe in you. They believe in outcomes. Real belief doesn't need a scoreboard. It doesn't need permission from the crowd. It stands firm when progress is slow and the pressure is heavy. Because belief before results says, I trust your discipline. I trust your character. I trust the work you're putting in when nobody's watching. And let me tell you something real. There will be seasons where you stop believing in yourself, where doubt creeps in, where the dream feels distant, where the weight gets heavy and the voice in your head starts questioning everything. That's when belief from someone else becomes oxygen. They didn't let you quit on a bad day. They didn't remind you of how far you still had to go. They reminded you of how far you'd already come. They saw the seed while others only looked for fruit. And that kind of belief does something to a person. It sharpens you. It strengthens you. It holds you accountable. Because when someone believes in you before results, you don't want to waste that belief. You wake up earlier, you push harder, you refuse to cut corners. Not because someone is watching, but because someone believed. Let me be clear. This isn't about blind support. This isn't about hype. This is about alignment. They saw your consistency. They saw your sacrifices. They saw your refusal to stay comfortable. And they said, I'm standing with that. Most people leave when the road gets long. They disappear when progress isn't loud. They drift when growth is slow. But someone who believes before results, they stay planted. They stay solid. They stay steady. And if you have that person in your life, you don't take them lightly. You don't ignore them. You don't waste that gift, because belief like that doesn't come around often. And if you don't have that person yet, then you become that person for yourself. You believe when nobody else does. You stay disciplined when nobody's clapping. You keep working when there's nothing to show yet. Because results don't create belief. Belief creates results. Every breakthrough started with someone trusting what couldn't be proven yet. Every legacy was once just an idea someone refused to let die.
So if someone believes in you before the results,
honor that, protect that, rise to meet it. And if you're still waiting on the world to believe, understand this. You don't need permission to become who you were called to be. You need belief strong enough to carry you through the silence. And when the results finally show up, they won't be surprised. They didn't pat you on the back when you were wrong. They didn't tell you what you wanted to hear just to keep the peace. They told you the truth because your future mattered more than your feelings. That's how you know the difference between comfort and belief. See, comfort feels good in the moment. Comfort says it's okay, stay where you are. Comfort lets you sleep while your potential stays awake, begging to be used. But someone who truly believes in you, they challenge you. They see what you could become, and they refuse to let you settle for less. When you wanted to quit, they didn't say, I understand. They said, you didn't come this far to stop here. When you made excuses, they didn't nod along. They asked hard questions, not to hurt you, but to wake you up. Because belief isn't soft. Belief is demanding. Anybody can comfort you when you're tired. Anybody can agree with you when you complain. But it takes courage to look at someone you care about and say, you're playing small, and you know it. That kind of challenge cuts deep. It stings, it shakes you, but it also saves you. They saw you lowering the standard, and they refused to let it slide. They saw you getting distracted, and they pulled you back to center. They saw you drifting, and they reminded you of the mission. That's not control, that's commitment. Because real belief doesn't protect your comfort zone, it attacks it. Think about it. If someone truly believes you were made for more, why would they let you live beneath it? They didn't celebrate your excuses. They challenged your habits. They challenged your discipline. They challenged the version of you that wanted the reward without the work. And let's be honest, sometimes you didn't like them for it. There were moments you felt exposed, moments you felt uncomfortable, moments you felt called out, but deep down you knew they were right, because comfort never changed your life. Challenge did. Growth has never come from being coddled. It comes from being confronted. They didn't let you hide behind talent. They didn't let you blame your past. They didn't let you stay stuck in your story. They saw the gap between who you are and who you could be, and they refused to ignore it. That's belief with backbone. See, anyone can love you where you are, but someone who believes in you loves you enough to push you forward. They're not impressed by your potential. They're focused on your execution. They don't clap for your intentions. They demand your consistency, because belief isn't emotional, it's intentional. And here's the hard truth. If someone never challenges you, they are not invested in your growth. They're invested in your comfort. Comfort keeps you average. Challenge makes you dangerous. And when life gets real, and it will, comfort won't carry you through pressure. Challenge will. Those tough conversations, those uncomfortable moments, those times you felt stretched, that was preparation. They were building you for moments when nobody would be there to motivate you. Moments when discipline would have to speak louder than emotion. They weren't trying to change who you are. They were trying to awaken who you were supposed to be. And if you have someone like that in your life, someone who won't let you waste your gifts, someone who holds you to a higher standard than you sometimes hold yourself. You don't resist them. You don't resent them. You respect them. Because one day you'll look back and realize their challenge saved you from a life of almost. And if you don't have that person yet, then it's time you become that voice for yourself. Stop soothing your weaknesses. Start confronting them. Stop negotiating with your limits. Start breaking them. Because the version of you that changes the game will not be built by comfort. It will be forged by challenge. And the people who truly believe in you, they won't clap. Well, you stay the same. You were shaking on the inside, but they weren't. Your voice was cracking with doubt, but theirs stayed steady. When your confidence collapsed, they didn't panic. They stood firm, because belief doesn't break under pressure. There will be moments when your mind turns against you. Moments when the vision gets blurry. Moments when the weight of expectation, failure, and fear starts talking louder than faith. That's when you find out who truly believes. Because when you doubt yourself, most people step back. They get quiet. They don't know what to say when certainty leaves the room. But someone who truly believes in you doesn't borrow your fear. They don't mirror your anxiety. They don't crumble just because you're unsure. They become calm on purpose. Their calm isn't accidental. It's intentional. It's rooted in trust. Not trust in your current mood, but trust in your character. They know doubt is temporary. They know pressure doesn't define you. They know storms don't cancel calling. So while you're spiraling in your head, they're grounded. While you're questioning the path, they're holding the map. While you're worried about the how, they're locked in on the why. And that calm saves you, because panic multiplies panic. Fear feeds fear. But calm creates clarity. They didn't raise their voice when you broke down. They didn't rush you when you needed time. They let you breathe without letting you quit. They reminded you of truths you forgot. They spoke strength into moments of weakness. They didn't shame you for doubting. They steadied you through it. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. See, real belief understands seasons. It understands that even strong people get tired. Even focused people get distracted. Even disciplined people get overwhelmed. But belief says, this moment doesn't get the final word. They didn't label you by your lowest thoughts. They didn't judge you by your hardest day. They didn't define you by temporary fear. They separated who you are from what you were feeling. And that's powerful, because when someone can see past your emotions, they can guide you back to truth. You ever notice how dangerous doubt is? It doesn't scream, it whispers. It doesn't attack, it questions. Are you sure you're cut out for this? Maybe you should slow down. Maybe this isn't your time. And when those whispers get loud, you need someone who doesn't echo them. You need someone who stands unshaken and says, not today. They didn't argue with your feelings. They anchored you to reality. They reminded you of the work you've already done, the obstacles you've already overcome, the discipline you've already proven. Because calm belief doesn't focus on what's going wrong. It focuses on what's already right. They saw past the emotion and spoke to the mission. And here's the hard truth. If someone feeds your D out instead of calming it, they're not ready to walk with you, because the road you're on will test your confidence. It will stretch your faith. It will challenge your identity. You can't afford to be surrounded by panic when pressure hits. You need steady voices. You need grounded energy. You need people who don't lose their footing when you lose yours. And if you've ever felt that calm from someone, that unshakable presence, that quiet confidence when you were unraveling, you know how powerful it is. It's like borrowing strength when yours runs low. It's like standing in the shadow of certainty until you can stand again on your own. But hear this, that calm isn't just something to receive, it's something to become, because one day someone else will doubt themselves around you. And they won't need your panic. They'll need your presence. They'll need you steady. They'll need you grounded. They'll need you calm. So build that calm now. Train your mind now. Strengthen your faith now. Because belief that stays calm under pressure is belief that lasts. And when your confidence wavers again, and it will, you'll remember, doubt doesn't disqualify you. It just reminds you that you're human.